What's going on, adventurers? Vulkan here. And if you've been playing New World this week, you might have noticed some insanely long queue times. I mean, people are waiting upwards of 4 to 8 hours to log in each and every time, which is just wild. It's just insane. So why is that? Well, some of the blame is on Amazon for their kind of weirdly low server caps, and combined with the fact that there's over 800,000 players all trying to join the game at the same time. But the other part of the blame goes to players who are trying to avoid those queues by AFK running. Now, this is where you hold down the run key so that your character stays running and you can put them in like a corner. That way you don't log out. Now, this has been a practice for years, right? This isn't anything new for MMOs. But the problem is, this issue compounds with the low server caps and the launch week player numbers, and because of that, we're seeing these unusually high queue times. I mean, the other day I waited for 2 hours at queue number 17 on a brand new character, and then once I got logged in, I was the only player on Everfall Beach. Now, this was insane, right? This was also a really good sign that I had fallen victim to an artificial queue that was longer than it needed to be. So why are we talking about this? Well, because of two reasons. Amazon has launched 2 solutions to help with this, including a new ban system. So one is that you can no longer create new players, new characters on full servers. And this seems like it should have been something there at launch, right? If a server is full and there are no more slots available, you shouldn't be able to create a new character for that server because it's only going to pile onto the problem. You look at other MMOs, when a server is full, it's, hey, this server is full, sorry, come back later. And I think this is going to play into those upcoming server transfers they're planning as well. So people can transfer off of those full servers, it'll open up, and we can kind of shift a lot of the population a little bit, which is going to be nice. Now, the second point is that there's a new system that will automatically kick any players who are AFK running. So at first, they'll only get kicked to the main menu, but if you continue to break the rules, then you will receive more harsh penalties as time goes on. Now, they didn't talk about how this system works, and they mentioned if you're just playing the game normally, then you're not going to see any issues. You shouldn't even notice this system. It's only going to target offenders. Now, they didn't go into details, but I'm assuming that this is going to work in a coordinate-based system and keep track of how often you're changing positions. Now, that's just a guess, but something like that could work well. So ultimately, unless you are breaking the rules, this shouldn't affect you. But if you are, I would highly recommend just play the game, right? Just play by the rules, avoid repercussions. If everyone just plays while they're actually sitting at their desk playing the game and then logs off when they're not, the queues will go down. Will there be a queue? Yes. It's a popular game right now. It's launch week. Will those queues go away over time? Most likely. You have a lot of players who are coming in to check out the game at first, and then maybe they like it, maybe they don't. They end up leaving, and that frees up some more slots for people to log in. This happens to every MMO, and I think over time we're going to reach a state of equilibrium, and it'll be just fine. Now, also, they did raise the server caps to 2,500, so an extra 500 slots per server, so more people will be able to log in. This has been helping. My queues on Camelot have not been as intense as they were. Up until this point, you know, I was looking at 1,700 players, 1,800 players in front of me in the queue. Now I log in during peak and it's like 250. So I think that's just a combination of people leaving the game, the server caps rising, and things kind of evening out a little bit. So I want to know what everyone thinks about these new systems. Do you think this is the right step and something that they should focus on to ban players who are AFK running? Do you think the server cap should go even higher than 2,500? And overall, how do you think Amazon has been handling the New World launch? Here we are on Sunday, a few days away from 1 full week that the game's been out, and we're still dealing with queue times, but they're coming out with solutions. So I want to hear from everybody else, but thank you as always for all of the support. This has been Vulkan, and I'll talk to you guys next time.